Steve Jobs went from dropping out of college after just one semester, building the first Apple computer in his parents' garage, and getting fired from Apple in 1985 to returning years later and turning it into a $3 trillion tech giant that changed the world. Steve Jobs was born in 1955 in California, and from a young age, he loved electronics. And by the time he was 19, he dropped out of college because he didn't think it was the right path for him. Instead, he spent his time learning and following his passion for technology. In 1971, while still in high school, Steve met Steve Wozniak through a mutual friend. Wozniak was a genius engineer who loved building electronics, and they quickly became close friends. Together in 1976, they founded Apple in Jobs' parents' garage. Their goal was to make computers easy to use and available to everyone. The Apple I and Apple II were born, and they became a big success. When they first started, many people didn't believe in them. Some investors were skeptical, with one saying, "These guys are too young and inexperienced to succeed in such a competitive market." But Steve didn't let the doubters stop him. He knew that his vision for computers could change the world. In 1984, Apple launched Macintosh, the first personal computer with a graphical interface. It was revolutionary, even though it didn't take off right away. However, in 1985, Steve faced a huge challenge. After a series of conflicts with Apple CEO John Scully, who Steve had hired, he was forced out of the company he founded. Their disagreement was about how to run the company. Steve wanted to take big risks, while Scully preferred playing it safe. According to Scully, Jobs wasn't willing to accept that there was more than one way to run a company. This disagreement led to Steve being removed from the leadership role. And instead of quitting, Steve started a new company called Next and bought a small animation studio called Pixar. Pixar went on to make hit movies like Toy Story. In 1997, Apple bought Next, bringing Steve back to the company. With Steve back at Apple, the company started to rise again. He introduced the iMac, which became popular for its cool design and ease of use. Then came the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad, all of which changed how we communicate, listen to music, and use technology. Today, Apple is worth $3 trillion, and Steve's vision helped make it one of the most valuable companies in the world. So what if you believed in yourself, even when everyone else doubted you, just like Steve Jobs did? Despite the many who questioned his vision, he kept pushing forward. Don't let the doubts of others hold you back. Believe in your own potential and take that first step towards your dreams.